Hey everyone, so excited to be here a few minutes late, which is not characteristic of a new moon in Aries, because usually the new moon in Aries we have that momentum, the energy to get somewhere. I did have it, but I was running a little late. Now I want to make sure that I am sharing this. Okay, good. So hi, sorry to be late. I'm so excited to be here. Hey Kellyanne. Woo, I love this, I love this, I love this. All right. Cannot wait. I just want to make sure that this is shared on my page, and then we will begin. Thank you for your patience. Let's see if I could share this. Okay, I'm trying to share it. Ooh. Okay, so this should be happening now. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the new moon in Aries. I'm going to talk about how we can take advantage of this energy. And then I want to open the Akashic records. Hey, Nikki, I want to open the records. Thank you, love. I want to open the records to really dive in, get a question per person in at least, and support you today, because I really love new moon in Aries. I mean, I love new moons, period. Okay, let me just post this. I don't think I can. Beautiful, you beautiful. Thanks so much. Thanks for sharing. Hey, beautiful. Yay. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So I'm just giving people a couple more minutes to get on. Hey, Ria, how are you? Yay. So we are on. All right. So I'm going to begin a little bit. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's so interesting. I was going to change my hair color this morning, and then I'm like, how are you going to change it when it's so Aries, right? It's like a little fire over here. So I'm going to leave it alone until I'm moved, and I don't know, something else happens astrologically and I'm moved to change it. But actually I did this, I think 3 weeks ago. I don't know. I felt it coming. So everybody, welcome. You may know me. My name is Vanessa Codorniu, and I have been reading folks since I'm 16, professionally since I'm 22. I've been doing hypnosis work for 20 years. And I really stand for supporting. Thank you, love. Thank you. I really stand for supporting people to connect to the incredible power of their own soul, of their own intuition, and helping them connect to that and then break through their fears, their doubts, their worries, their energetic patterns, their ancestral patterns, so they can really claim their soul gifts. They can really show up in the world. And I know that we hear that a lot now. You know, now we hear it a lot. Claim your gifts, claim your gifts. Well, there's a reason. It's not just a marketing tactic. It's not just a mission, you know, a theme that's going on. It's because so many of us are just so damn tired of doing things the old way, right? Which is 9 to 5. And no disrespect for anybody who's 9 to 5. I did it. And if I have to go back, I will do it. For a lot of people, the 9 to 5 really helps them. Hey, Sharon, helps them keep their... Yes, helps them keep their jobs together, their lives together. But I think that so many people are sharing the message, you know, to connect to our soul mission, to connect to our calling, because I really feel that we're on the edge of evolutionary shift. We've been saying this for a long time. You've heard it from other channels. You've heard it from astrologers. And then we saw all the stuff that came up since 2016. We're not going to go into it. But if you notice, we have seen a lot of things come up, things that you and I and all of us watching probably already know about. The racism, homophobia, we know about this. Sexual abuse of women, we know how it's women have suffered so much oppression throughout time, and yet we're seeing these things come up. Now, there's no quick and easy solution, and I know that the new moon in Aries and then the sun in Aries is going to make us impatient with that. But just take heart and take heed that we are on the right path. It may seem challenging. It may seem sometimes impossible. But if you truly are responding to a call of your soul, if you truly are responding to this deep pulling towards your freedom, towards sharing your sacred magic, it's because you're really on mission. You really are. Now, the new moon in Aries happened this morning. I think it was like 4:50 something a.m. in Eastern Standard Time. And then there was a double, you know, there's the sun in Aries, there's the moon in Aries. So there's a lot of fire. And we've been under a lot of water. We were in Mercury retrograde in Pisces. I mean, if people felt like they were just like paddling and not moving, like doing the doggy paddle, not being able to get forward, well, there's a reason for that, because we were drowning a little bit in too much extra water. Lucky for me, I mean, I did my retreats and my trainings during Mercury in retrograde. I was still able to come up and do the thing, but yet there was so much emotion around it. Hey, Sarah. And so the good news is, because it is the first new moon in Aries of the year, it is really calling forth new beginnings for all of us, right? So if you felt a little submerged, if you felt a little overwhelmed, if you felt like your efforts weren't really taking root or growing, breathe a little easier. This moon in Aries is going to support us. Hey, Agnieszka, Joanna Agnieszka, how are you? This new moon is going to support us into changes, but it's not going to let us completely off the hook, right? There are other astrological setups that are happening. So we're going to get the impetus and the energy and the fire to get us going, and we're going to be able to fan our inner flame. At the same time, we still do have to take care of the stuff and let go of the mindsets and beliefs, issues, stories that we've been dragging through the Piscean time, right? So there's a chance, as we know, because we're always healing, that some of these stories, some of these ancestral themes, and some of them that come to mind in the moment is, you know, artists can't make money. Healers will be poor. Success doing your own business is going to cost you your life. I know that was one of mine. Success as a healer is going to be so hard that I might get sick or I won't have love in my life. Growing spiritually may mean that I'll be the only one and then I'll lose what I have. These are some of the fears I've heard from my groups, from my clients, from my people, from myself. For some people, there's never going to be enough money. There won't be enough money. There's so many out there doing what I do that, you know, what's the difference if I do it or don't do it? So these are things that have been coming up in the Piscean times, and a lot of our fears based in ancestral paradigms, and these are things that maybe weren't even talked about, but they were passed on. Hi, Serena. They were passed on almost unconsciously, energetically. You know, you ask some families and they say, oh no, we always knew that artists don't make money, and so none of them went into art, but yet they're incredibly talented. You know, in my family, there's 4 generations of mediums, but nobody ever talked about it. They didn't talk about it till they passed away, or till they were at the end of their days, or till me when I was 19 years old said, hey, I'm really scared. This is what's happening to me. And they kind of grinned and laughed, and well, that's our way. Thank you for the hearts. And so all of these things have come up towards the end of the year, towards the beginning of the year. They've come up for us to clear. Some of us have been like kind of almost just doggy paddling or even going underwater saying, well, I can't even breathe. How am I supposed to clear this stuff? So let's take a deep breath in and release. So know that the energies that you need are on their way. They're already beginning today with this new moon in Aries, with the sun in Aries, and a lot of other shifts that are coming. And I do believe we have Chiron in Aries, which brings up our wounds. That's my natal Chiron, so right? And so we've got a lot of different things happening, but at the heart of it is about new beginnings. When we deal with this new moon energy and this Aries energy, it is about activating the fire within. It's about activating the warrior. Now, a lot of people, you know, because they shut down on their warrior, if they're too much like, I have to be the healer and be so kind and loving, or they're in the I am the mother and the nurturer, or no one is interested in what I have to say, or whatever the story is. This is an invitation with this new moon, and I'm inviting you personally to really step into what lights you up. Now, when I was younger and I got into the warrior, I almost battled people a little bit, right? And Venus and Aries too, natally. So it's if somebody is like, you're not going to make it, you're not going to be able to do that, like, yeah, I'll show you. But that, yeah, I'll show you energy kind of tires you out and doesn't support you in growing and moving forward. So what I invite you into, okay, and we're going to open the records to go in a minute, but what I invite you into during this time for the next 2 weeks, really, connect to the awe of the inner child, right? So there's different inner childs in the zodiac. To me, the Aries one, like, he doesn't think too much about what he wants to do. He's like, I'm going to get that stick, and just goes after it. Doesn't think, oh, I have to trudge through the mud. I'm going to go do that. There's this surge of energy after a desire. So connect to that energy of your inner child, or that youthful awe where you looked at things with fresh eyes. And this is a beautiful time. Hola, Sora, ¿cómo estás? Un beso grande. Gracias, mi amor. Feliz Luna Nueva. And connecting to that, and then connecting to your sacred warrior. I just want to share with you that, you know, in my younger days, I was very much a mommy and a nurturer. I'm the older sister in the family, a Hispanic family. And so I took care of everyone, including my parents. I was just always monitoring everybody's feelings. My antenna, I think my antenna really grew because I had to like always figure shit out. And so, and if you've had that type of childhood or where you had to figure things out, you know that your intuition probably grew deeper roots and expanded out even more because you had to like monitor stuff. And so because I was like that as a child, I started to submerge my anger. And so this is also a theme of this new moon for me. Submerging our anger, not being in touch in our anger, demonizing anger, thinking that anger is bad. I'm getting like shivers. I think this is something that we're all maybe have dealt with at some point. Or we witnessed other people being angry and it was so threatening and scary that we're like, oh, that's wrong. I will be good. I will take it. I will deal with it. And that sweet-faced veneer that a lot of women are encouraged to have in this society, and actually all societies and all cultures really, in the world, of this world, it harms us. It makes us sick. It gives us all these strange, unnameable, weird diseases and things that we don't even know about, or things that doctors can't put their fingers on. It shuts down our fire because we feel that we're not safe, that it's not safe for us to speak. So knowing all this information, be aware of where you've stuffed your anger. Because when we stuff anger, not only does it come out in illness and other problems, acne, other stress, it also comes out. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. I'm sending you so much love, Joanna. It also, and this is, this is international. This is not America, Latin America. This is every culture that I've ever met and worked with. We have been taught to be nice girls. We've been taught to cross our legs. We've been taught, fuck that, fuck that. Screw that. Hey, Heather, we're talking about being taught to be nice girls and submerging our anger. So anger has a lot of power. When I know that when I was, I think, like 9 years old, I went into depression, believe it or not. Nobody thought about it. Nobody believed it. And or even a little younger, 8 or 9. And I was like, God, I want to go home. I want to go home. I don't like this place, because it's very spiritual. And I heard, you asked to come here. And I saw myself looking down at the earth, and I saw myself feeling love, saying, I love them. And so I invite you all to connect to the energy that there's some part of your soul that said, I want to be here. It may not feel like that sometimes. You may feel you've been abandoned on earth. It may feel like you've been punished and that's why you're sent here. It may feel like you're trudging through the mud. And trust me, if you're part starseed or you're part fairy or you're part other things, being on earth is trudging through the mud. I get you. I get you. I get you. And I'm a Taurus, so I get it, okay? Because I am the earth, right? I am the mud. So I know what it's like to have this spirit that moves so quickly and then the earth slows you down. But getting back to that anger, when we go into depression, it's often a sign that we have denied our own feelings, we've denied our own anger, and it goes underground. And so what I ask of you during this time, the next 2 weeks, to allow your anger to come up in a healthy way. Unhealthy way is, you getting so angry at somebody else that, I don't know, you shave your head and your eyebrows and then don't really like it. If you like it, then I would applaud, right? An angry way is getting so angry that you trash all your paintings and you set them on fire, right? But it was your work. And then afterwards, you're like kind of crying because you're like, I love my work. I love my art. Why did I do this? Because I was mad at my mom. A way that is not going to serve you is suddenly freaking out and yelling at all your family, which could happen, right? Or your bosses or your lovers. And so I ask you during this time to take a moment to go out into nature or even into your bathtub or wherever you need to go. Just sit down somewhere and ask yourself, where have I submerged my anger? Where have I denied my fire? Where have I not been honest with my desires? Where have I not allowed myself to be the leader that I truly am? Where have I denied myself? And then ask yourself and trust that inner guidance. How can I show up more and more each day and allow that fire to turn into inspiration, to turn into desire, to turn into sharing? Like, honestly, no matter what's going on in my life now, because I'm very clear and honest about my feelings, and sometimes they're not well received, that I am filled with so much energy to do things, whether I'm sick, whether somebody's ill in my family, whether there are challenges in my business, because I've made friends with my fire. And so I invite you all to make friends with your fire. I invite you all to release the they're not going to like it energy, the story of if I shine too brightly, I will be chopped down or turned off. I can tell you that it's more exhausting to shut yourself down. It's more exhausting to quell that fire. And everybody has some fire in some way, right? Our fire comes out differently. It could be a quiet fire. It could be a loud fire. And so I invite you to connect to that energy, to allow it to move you forward. What happens so much And thank you. I see the hearts. Mwah. What happens so much to all of us as we go to sleep. And when we go to sleep on our own lives and expect our husband or our wives or our children or our bosses or our mothers or our family to see us. I hear so many people who are still hurt and they're like, oh, nobody saved me, nobody did this. Well, child, nobody's supposed to save your ass. You're supposed to save yourself, right? But yeah, we have this idea because we've been taught that. And saving ourselves isn't such a difficult task as we think, because when we begin to really love ourselves and make time for ourselves, the world will follow. We will attract opportunities and situations and people that will reflect that. So tap into that inner fire and ask yourself where you haven't shown. Where am I not shining? Where am I not allowing myself to feel my desire? Where am I not allowing myself to express it? And you know, as a woman, I felt a lot of times like I'm the type of person that runs up and down the stairs full of joy and like singing or, excited. I truly am like a little kid sometimes. And so Natalia is saying, it's true. Thank you for that message. We should transform anger into fire, into inspiration. Well, we first have to be aware of anger, and we don't have to demonize it. We demonize our anger. We're like, bad girl, I shouldn't be angry. I'm a spiritual person. Ooh, I'm supposed to be all peaceful. No, we can be angry. The thing is, if we ignore it too much, we will lash out at people. And when we're yelling or screaming, nobody gets it. Nobody's going to understand it really. So it's like time to own it, to be aware of it, to face it. So I wanted to share that message that was coming through. Thank you for listening. I definitely want to open the session. Those were the messages that I felt really wanted to come through, like really powerfully, about owning that. And, I have Venus in Aries natally, which is not like the best arrangement, as many astrologers have told me, and I think I've seen. But I'll tell you something. It really allows me to go after what I want. It does. And now that I'm older and I'm no longer afraid that I'll be rejected, because I have a womanly figure and I'm very feminine, but I am a warrior, right? I am a warrior, and not a warrior in the way that I'm going to go out and chop off some heads in a battle. I'm a warrior in that I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. I'm a warrior of light. I'm a warrior of love. And so just know that the warrior is not a bad energy. It's usually a protective energy. The warrior within you is going to help you create boundaries. The warrior within you is going to give you the strength to trudge through mud or fly through the air to get to your dream and your desire. Sometimes people say, hola. Yes, llegó con tiempo, Joseph. Yes, Kellyanne. Thank you, love. Hi, Verity. We haven't opened the records yet. No abrimos los registros todavía. So what happens is that when we love our warrior, I'm so feminine in so many ways, and I allow that to flow through me, my wisdom, my energies, the universe. And when I need that fire, it also kicks in to give me the strength to overcome my own fears of getting on in front of a camera, right? I didn't like to do that in the past. To give me the strength to create a retreat that I have for September, to give me the strength to move forward past my fears, my limiting fears. Your warrior is going to do that for you and also tell you, girl, cut that shit. You cannot continue with this fear. And it's going to tell you, stop helping others when you're not helping yourself. It's going to tell you these things. So make peace with that. Serena says, Mars and Venus conjunct in Aries here. Need to look into that. Oh, girl, yes. You have so much fire, so much energy. Look into that, because probably, you've been using it to help others or support others a lot. And I hope that you've tapped into it to see where you want to move forward and how you... And a lot of times we want to move forward by supporting others, right? Like that's the work I do. At the same time, I don't want to do it while killing myself, right? Which is the old system of martyrdom. The healer's supposed to just give. And that's just too old. It's not working for us. So thank you for being here. Sending you so much love. And I just want to say, if you're not on my list, all right, because we know that Facebook is changing. We know Instagram is changing. You know, algorithms are cray-cray. So if you want to share this, please do. It helps me. I do want to keep doing the work that I do. And if you haven't joined my list, please join it. Because again, things are changing so quickly. And that's VanessaCodorniu.com. I'm going to open for Akashic Records right now. Warrior, in my fire, I have roared at the masculine energy who has overstepped to not let the tits and tats fool you. Arr! Totally true. And that's the thing, is we can be all of it. How awesome. How fucking awesome, Maria. We can be all of it. We can be femme if we want or not. We can have hips. We can have luscious boobs or not, however our body's made. We can have long, skinny legs. We can have short, full legs. We can be all that, and we can be fire, and we can be leaders, and we can be vulnerable, and we can be soft. And I think gone are the days where we're going to be told to be one thing. So I'm waiting for that time. I'm with you here, and I want to bring that time in together. Okay, so I want to open up for questions. What I do ask is that the question is small, because if it's too long, sometimes I can't read it on the phone. I'm actually on the phone. And when you do one question, keep it to one question. Be as specific as possible. If you're involved with somebody romantically, say what's going, and you want to ask about how do I bring that fire, say with my partner. If you just ask a love life, I may get a generic answer, So just, or not generic, but it can seem generic to you, right? All right, so just write questions that are just a short sentence. Hey, Kristen, how are you? Talking about new moon in Aries and new moon energy, new beginnings. So if you have a question, just share a very small question, like a sentence. Ask as specific as possible. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to breathe in, and I'm going to say my little invocation. And just know that if you ask a question, you are giving me permission to open the records for you. And so I'm going to take a deep breath in. Exhaling. As I begin the session today, for everybody who is present, I ask that my higher self, angels, guides, and record keepers be present. As I begin the session today, I ask that all of your higher selves, angels, and record keepers be present. As I begin this session today, I ask that great creator, God, Goddess, great spirit, fill us with light, love, protection. Allow us to connect to the sacred information, inspiration, energy, and healing that we need today. So it is, so it shall be. Ashe, Aho, Amen. Blessed be. All right, let's look at the questions that are here. Love Life Insight, Joanna. Okay. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, the reason that the message struck you so greatly before when I was talking about this, about anger and submerging and depression and all these things, is because that energy is actually affecting your relationship, your love life. I feel like there have been times in relationships where you have not communicated what you exactly feel because you feel like they should already know it. Like if they loved you, they should know it, or you've already said it in some way, so they should get it. And because you didn't really repeat it or speak it calmly, again, just kind of got mad or walked off or cut it off, the relationship suffered. And so when I'm asking the Akashic Record Keepers for this new moon, what do you need to know? I'm getting that you need to become intimately aware of your needs. What does this mean? And this is for everyone. What does this mean? This means, a lot of times we're like, we just want love, we just want love, we just want love. Well, different people give love differently. I'm someone who definitely needs words. I need quality time. And I need physical. I need kisses, I need hugs, I need lovemaking, I need all that. I don't want just words. I don't want just acts of kindness. You have to be really in touch, Joanna, Agnieszka, of what you really need. And then also, are you giving that to yourself? And then I'm getting very clearly, once you're very clear, you need to release bitterness. There's an energy of bitterness. And you can surrender that. You can surrender that at this time. And when you release that energy of bitterness and tap into the new spring and the energy of spring and the new, and release that bitterness, you could do it through breath work. You could do even yelling your head off, even dancing. Like, you need to let it go to have more hope. Because there's a part of you that's like, ugh, I'm done, I'm so over it. I can't anymore. When the bitterness goes through and you get that new hope again, there's going to be a new spark, a new energy. And the thing too is that you're changing a lot, and so your relationships are going to shift. And, sometimes we can bring in a better version of our current partner, and sometimes relationships change. I hope that helps. Let me know. Sending you so much love. Okay, Nikki, having a very confusing, heartbreaking, and existential phase since with lots of resistance, graspy behavior. Is there anything I need most right now? What is it? What is to come? Okay, so what I'm getting for you, Nikki, is that this is not the first time. This is something that's come from another time. So what you can simply do, you know, as you cast a spell or you do something for the new moon, is you can ask for any time that you were killed, where you were cut down, where you were ostracized, where you were punished for being your unique self. You can ask that you release that through space and time and all levels of consciousness. Because I got very quickly like the spiral, and it was something returning to you, some energy again, because the confusing, heartbreaking, existential phase, something, resistance, graspy. And it feels like you were made a promise, or you received a promise and it was broken, right? Like you received a promise. And thank you for the hearts. I'm seeing them. Thank you so much. That you received a promise and it was broken. It could be in this present time. It could be in another lifetime. Because it was made, and the person who made it in that particular moment, but then life changed. And so I feel there's this energy and an investment on your part where you're like, but I functioned under that belief of that promise. And that's what they're telling me, you're graspy there. So again, I hope it makes sense, because it could be a past life that's now reflecting a current. That's what I'm getting. And it's this energy, this thing like, well, I do my part, I show up, but this promise didn't kick through yet. So that's what's coming up. I hope that it serves. I saw a couple of hearts, so I hope that it really serves you. And you know, you can follow up if you want. For anybody who's on here who wants to book a session after, my half hour is 150, but I will do 97. And just say you were on here, you were on this video. Just reach out to me. So with Nikki, what is to come? You're going to release it. You're a powerful, powerful, powerful woman. You're a powerful witch. You're a powerful seer. And you haven't even come into your power, sister. You have not. You're still in the maiden phase. And you're going to blow up. Now, you know, what we see online and what blow up, not a bad way, in a good way. What we see online, you know, we see the shiny, we see the glamour, we know this. We don't know the work that goes on behind the scenes. But what I mean is that you're going to really expand and blow up in a beautiful way, is that you're just going to embrace your gifts in a natural, more flowing way. Less stress or anxiety around it, less worry around it. So it's going to be just like breathing. You know, just like breathing. And so I see that coming for you. And I also see you stepping out of your comfort zone this year a little more. I hope this served you. I'm sending you so much love. But I remember, the confusing thing is because past life agreement reflecting present life situation. And you're like, what? So it's like this, you know, and you kind of had to stop a minute because you couldn't push through this one, right? You couldn't push through this. You had to like relax for a minute. You had to really pull back and ask yourself, you know, what is the shit I'm dealing with? And you needed to take time. So you did the right thing. If you feel like you're resisting, if you feel like you're confused, feel the feels, go through all of it, and then allow for a brand new day. But remember, make that statement, and I'm getting chills, like any agreement that is made in past lifetime, present lifetime, future lifetime, that is no longer serving me to be my most healthy, expansive, abundant, fulfilled, loved and loving, magical self, I release today through space and time, all levels of consciousness, all dimensions. So it is, so it shall be, so mote it be. Just do that, do some sort of fire thing, burn something really, and if you have to yell, yell it out. Okay, sending you so much love. Okay. And then blessings. Kelly Ann. Is there anything in my way of allowing in what I have been asking for and working towards, like, i.e. magic making? Do you see any areas I need to fine tune? Okay, so what I feel, thanks for the hearts. Sending you so much love, Nikki. I feel you, hun. Kellyanne. So Kellyanne, what I'm seeing here is there is something. So what happened is, so this is something that I see for you, and it probably, you know, applies to several of us, but I'm seeing it for you right now, Kellyanne. So you get to some level, right? And then because it took a minute to get to the level, then you hunker down with the pillow, right? I'm not saying you stop working, but I mean, you hunker down in comfort zone. And then like time passes, you get stuck, and then you're uncomfortable. And then, okay, next level. And you go to the next level. And then you get there and you hunker down. Spirit is trying to get you to a place where you flow more all of the time, where you don't wait to create things or you don't wait to expand your life. They're not saying to be impulsive and crazy and not take into account reality. They're saying that don't stay in your comfort zone this time. They want to invite you into creating something that's different from what you've done before. So there's something different that's coming up for you this year, for you to create, for you to collaborate with someone. Is there anything in my way of allowing what I have been asking for? Yes, the energy of like needing human foundation, human groundedness, like this earth, like you want to hold on to the earth. And I get it, because when we're on our own, we need to, or whenever, even with partners, we need to support ourselves. We need to be comfortable. We need to know what we have. So it's almost like letting go, like taking your fingers off of the earth, like out of the, like I'm holding on, and just let go. I feel like I think you are earth sign, I'm not sure, but you need to allow yourself to be inspired by bigger dreams, and you have them, and then not waiting to the right time, but sharing with some people and see if they're up for it, and then going to the next level. Okay, so fine-tuning is letting go of the stability. And I'm not saying let your apartment go or whatever, but it's almost like you need to go. You need to do it, and it has to happen. I hope that that is serving you. What I see then is, yeah, it's going, and let me tell you something, this comfort zone thing is also keeping you from receiving some things, like maybe in relationship or in your living arrangements that you're wanting. If you let go and take that risk and gather people to support you with this risk, you're also going to bring yourself to the relationship that you're wanting. And you're also, because it's like a little domino, it's going to be like, no, I'm letting go. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, good. And you're getting to. So it will move quicker than you think. I hope that serves you and it makes sense. Sending you so much love. Looking at creating a group program, what does the trajectory look like for that? Okay. Okay, Serena. So one of my favorite people of all time had that name. She passed away. And so sending you love, Kellyanne. Mwah. So Serena, what I'm getting very clearly, it's so really great. So it's like clouds and rainbows and unicorns like in the air. And then they're like bringing it down to earth. And then there's a cloud on the earth. So what they're telling me, different from Kelly, is like grounded, right? So grounded in reality, this dream, this thing that's moving you. Try not to look around when you're creating this program and seeing what people are doing and then figuring out how you could market yours differently. Try not to look around. That's what they're telling me. I mean, sometimes market research is really on point, and that's what we need to do. I tend to do that. I ask questions. I do research. But sometimes we really need to just kind of hunker down, focus in, ask our higher self to guide us, and then receive this vision, this image, and then move forward into the world with it. That's what I'm getting for you, Serena. So yes, it's going to look good. It's going to work. What I'm getting before you launch the group program, which I'm assuming is online, I'm not sure. I feel like you need to speak at some events. You can always find people online, but it's really important for you to connect with people on in person, because people love you in person. And so I feel like you need to do that in order to create the group program. Like they're showing me you're going somewhere, speaking, and it doesn't have to be like a high profile conference or event. It could be like going to your friend's house and gathering 10 people or 8 people or 5 people and talking about what, something that, and offering value. It could be like that. And then they'll tell 2 friends, they'll tell 2 friends. It could be that simple. It could be like going to someone's house and speaking to them. It could be as simple as offering your services to a nonprofit locally. It could be as simple as showing up in the library asking if you could speak on something and guide people through an experience. So that's what I'm getting for you. So I hope that it serves, Serena. Sending you so much love. And what am I getting here? Zora, how and when will I find my perfect partner? Thank you. Okay. What I ask for someone now to do for me, can you say no more questions, please? Just write no more questions, because I'm seeing we're getting close to 1. Okay. Zora, how and when will I find my perfect partner? Thank you. So Zora, I'm feeling, and what they're showing me is that you've been releasing a lot of pain, a lot of not being seen. It feels like in early years you weren't seen, or you weren't really received in the way that you truly needed. And so what happened was that it just kept replicating in your life in many ways, or you were seen as the strong one, the one that people could depend on. And that's not what it's about. So how and when will you find your perfect partner? You are so incredible. You're so loving. You're so gifted as a healer. What I'm getting is connecting to the Aphrodite. I know Aphrodite's scary for a lot of us. The Venus, the goddess of love, has been so abused in this life. It's used to sell and commoditize, and then she's put down for being a slut or being provocative or raped, etc., or abused. And so this is the archetype of the Venus goddess of Aphrodite, of Oshun, right? We need her so much, and then we put her down in general, right? We scoff at her. I feel a deep reconnection needs to happen with the sensual. And it's different from sexual. Sexual is almost like a need, a primal need, the sensual. So maybe getting a massage, reveling in your own skin, maybe taking up dance or movement. I'm getting guided that you've done a lot of work, you've done a lot of forgiveness, you've done a lot of these things. You need to reconnect with your body. So you're not just a working partner. You're not just the person that is going to attract someone who's going and that you're going to help them get through something. It's going to be this sensual, deep connection. And that's what I'm getting. And when you do that, it's going to be really effortless to attract that person, because I see the sparkle in your eye, almost like you have a secret that no one knows. And it's just going to be easy. Because you're not going to attract them by being their mother. You're not going to attract them by being a warrior who's going to handle it all. You're going to be attracting them on a whole other level, because you're attracted to yourself. You're going to be like sensual, and you know what you need and you know what you want. You know, we've been taught the wrong way. We've been taught to always nurture and take care of men. Men do need nurturing and they need love. But when we do too much, we do not allow them. We do not allow them to step up. We do not allow them to feel that energy of attraction and desire masculinity. And so we have to pull back, you know. And when I met my partner, since he was after a divorce and he was suffering, I was like, oh my God, am I going to be a healer again? And I was like, no, girl, you are not going to be a healer again. And I basically said, I trust you to find your own healing. That doesn't mean I'm not healing in the relationship. That doesn't mean he's not healing to me in the relationship, but I trust him to find his own way. And I keep working on my own self, and then we enjoy that. And I like to be all of those things with my partner. Thank you for the hearts. I like to be, you know, the sensual woman, and I like to be the warrior, and I want to be the partner, and I want to play and be kids together. So connect to the inner child and play more. Connect to Aphrodite and do some more healing with that, and then it will come. All right. I hope that helps, Zora. Sending you so much love. I hope somebody wrote that on the bottom, that there's no more questions, because otherwise it'll be too much for today. Okay. Joseph, is love and relation possible between Mercedes and myself? Joseph Stuart Alarcon. There is, there's like a wall. There's a wall between you. There's like an energy between you. And it's almost like, I don't know if it's a wall of bitterness. I don't know if it's a wall of bitterness or a wall of something. I feel it from her, okay? So I feel the wall from her on her end, but it's not really so you can be like, oh, it's you. You're the one who's doing it. It's more like I'm seeing, right, from your record keepers what you are experiencing or something. And so love and relationship is possible, es posible, pero se necesita mucha sanación todavía. You need still, there needs to be healing on that part. And I'm getting this, I don't know if she has dark hair, but I'm getting an image of a dark-haired woman. And this dark-haired woman has gone through pain. It could be her, it could not be. It could be her past, it could be your past. But there's a dark-haired woman in this, or at least had dark hair. Maybe there's some lighter pieces now. There's grief and pain. So there's a history. There's like a wall between you. There's an energy of loss that she's carrying. And then with you, almost like you don't want to lose hope. That's what I'm feeling right now for you. So I hope that helps you, Joseph. I hope that truly, truly serves you. So it is possible. A lot of healing needs to happen. You can't really control the healing on her part. What you can do for yourself is not push, not shove, not try to make it happen, but kind of present your case of, you know, I'm here and this is what I want. And you have to tap into what you want and share it in that open-hearted way and allow her to find that healing or not, to find that hope or not. I hope this helps. Sending you so much love. Thank you for being here. How is photography as a career for me? Okay, so, and thank you all for the hearts. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this, because as you know, Facebook has been cray-cray, so if you share it, it helps me to continue doing the work that I love to do and to do these free sessions. So what I'm getting is photography. I'm hearing yes. Let me see. Okay. Let me see if I have everybody so far. So far I have Joanna, I have Nikki, I have Kellyanne, I have Serena, I have Zora, I have Joseph, now I have Vidi. I'm going to speed up a little bit because I know there's a lot. If you miss the question, you will just have to watch and move forward. I'm sorry, I know there's a lot in the beginning. Yes, photography can be a career for you. At the same time, there will be something else that you'll be doing until it takes off. So they're telling me you're talented. You're not talented just in photography. I'm showing hands. So I don't know if you do other things with your hands. I don't know. So you have a talented eye. You have talented. There's something about your extremities that's also good or moves quickly. And there's also a keen eye. So photography could be very good for you. The thing is, it's going to take some time, okay? So I'm seeing, don't be upset. Remember, it's not law. And take what serves you and release the rest with whatever I'm sharing. What I would do is it'll be like maybe 3 to 5. It could take 3 to 5 years. That's what they're giving me. And so it's really important for you to have something else that you can rely upon and you can feel good about yourself. So it's not about just getting money from other people or other things. It's like doing something else that kind of makes you happy. And the job that you could get while you're developing photography, they're telling me, is interconnected. So it will help you when you finally show your photography or do your photography. The job you'll get will help you with the connections you make. Does that make sense? I hope that it does. Sending you love, and I really hope that you follow your dream. Thank you. Natalie, how and when will I find my perfect partner? What is the message that I need to know right now? Okay, so Natalia. Okay, they're telling me straight off, you need to really listen to the red flags, right? Red flags, like when you meet somebody, and you don't want to be cruel. There's a part of me like, I know, I want to give somebody opportunities. We all screw up. There are always things. There are always issues. I get it. But they're telling me, especially in this fiery time, you need to have strong boundaries where if something doesn't sit well with you, move on. And I think sometimes you're like that, but other times you're afraid because you're like, well, what if I'm cutting off my nose to spite my face? Or what if I'm not allowing the person some time and I'm being so demanding? So they're telling me to pay close attention to red flags, to be aware, to be awake, and to do something that maybe you're not totally on board with or don't love. So, but that will help you because it'll expand your world. So I don't know if it's online dating. It could be that, or it could be like joining some sort of forest walk trail or some sort of trail walking, like something where there's more men. What I'm seeing is that there are not enough men in your life, or there are not single men, or not enough of a choice I'm getting for some reason. Or enough, let's say if it's men or women, but I've got men first. There's not enough available partners, it feels. So it could be sooner. If you don't make any change, you'll still meet someone, okay? If you don't make any change, you'll still meet someone because you're supposed to. But if you want to accelerate it, what I'm getting is to go to places that maybe wouldn't be the top of your mind, but will be more full of the type of person that you want to meet. It'll be easier. That's what they're telling me. So I hope that that helps. And then internally, energetically, what they're telling me is to believe and behave as if it's already happening. Not in a place of supplication or victimhood, like, oh, there's nobody here, what's happening? More like, oh, it's already happening. How amazing. And I did that, by the way. Every time I got a new boyfriend, I always did that. I was like, oh, I love the person, they love me, and all this. But being in that energy of already having it will attract it to it closer. But remember, the key thing for you is, even if you don't do anything, it'll happen. It'll just take longer. So I hope that helps. Joanna, you understand this good. I'm so glad. Ria, spiritual teacher, mentor to best use gifts healing this month. A spiritual teacher, mentor to best use gifts healing this month. I don't understand the question fully. Me, I could be your mentor. But aside from that, you can call on the spirit of Oya. I don't know, this is what I'm getting to. The spirit of Oya to help you step into the marketplace even more. I think that you are out there more. I think that you're stepping out more. You're showing your face. You're posting things. You're creating things. The thing is, I'm getting something like structure. something like structure. So do you have a mailing list? Get the mailing list together. Do you have a free gift that you give people when they sign up, so then you get the mailing list? Remember, my people, remember, Facebook is not forever. We hope that it is, but even now, like, there are people who are not seeing this, and I have over 2,000 followers here on this page and on other pages, right? Latin American page, I have 44,000 followers. Things aren't being seen. Remember that as much as we like Facebook or Instagram or any other social platform, the thing that will not go away is your mailing list. And so for you, Rhea, you need to have the structure of that. Don't be like, well, the mailing list is small. I have 10 people or 15 or 20 or 100. Just add the names. Get people's names in there. So you're going to have to add that to your website, or you're going to have to just create a basic sales page, like a lead page or something, where you give a gift of something and then they put in their information. It's really important for you to grow those people, because people want to know you, they want to connect with you, but the algorithms are so crazy, people don't always see the new stuff. All right, love, I hope that helps. Sending you so much love, proud of you. Okay, you're welcome, Joanna. Kristen, investing to put current biz on autopilot so I can focus on new biz, feeling excited, scared, any guidance about path. Really important that you are investing in that. It's going to be so key. What I'm getting, interestingly, doesn't have anything to do exactly with your business for you, Kristen. What I'm getting for you is continue to really take care of yourself. Okay? You already know what to do. You already know that you're investing to get it on autopilot. You're already in that moment. You're probably getting like green webinars and you're creating funnels and creating these things. At the same time, I'm getting for you the continued energy of patience and taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself so it's not like this, you know, which happens, right? People have written about this, the highs and lows of being an entrepreneur. Yay, everybody likes me. They bought. Oh, no, they didn't. I'm dying. And so to be steady and to continue to build support systems in your life that fill you and enrich you. I know that you already have. I know that you're doing it. And that's what I'm getting. Like, it almost feels the fuller, more grounded and relaxed you feel, the easier the autopilot will happen, because you do need to have trust with this. And I see it. It's really unfolding, like it's unfolding really beautifully, and more of it is happening. I'm also seeing that you ask for more people to partner with you. Okay, more people to partner with. That's a business thing. Sending you so much love. I hope this supports you. You're so welcome, Deanna Marie. I hope you're feeling better. Nikki, this definitely makes sense and helps so much, because I felt so bad that I was so paused, shaken by. Oh, thank you so much. You're so truly welcome. I'm so glad to support. Jackie, how are you? Kellyanne, thank you. I'm a Capricorn, Taurus rising, earthy. Yes, Kellyanne, I just saw a lot of earth, which I get. I'm a Taurus. You're ready. You are ready. You are ready to go bigger. You're ready to go bigger. I know that the steps are important, but they're so ready. Thank you for all the love. Thank you. I'm loving you as well. Hi, Vanessa. I feel like I sabotage myself and get stuck from receiving abundance. And I wanted to share before I continue going. Please be on the lookout. You know, I love this shared time. And the truth is that I just did a retreat 2 weeks ago, and it was so powerful. I mean, my readings are powerful. The hypnosis is, the connection that we have here is powerful. But I found that being in person on retreat is so transformative. I loved it. And I know that 6 women walked in strangers and they walked out sisters. And it's so fulfilling to me. I have another retreat coming up. The website will be up shortly. It is happening September 18th to 22nd. I will be sharing it with all of you. Please, I would love to meet you in person. I would love to support you. And it's an incredibly beautiful place in Bacalar, Mexico. So I just wanted to throw that little commercial in and share it with you, because truly it's going to be so magical. And I can't wait till my website's done to share it with you all. But I will be sharing more. Sending you so much love. Catherine Johnson. Okay, for any of you who are not on my mailing list, please go to vanessacodorniu.com. As I said, Facebook is changing. You know, we used to be on other sites and other things in the past. So I really want to stay connected with you. If you can go into vanessacodorniu.com and just give me your email. I don't send out too many, but at least we can stay in touch. Hi, Vanessa. I feel like I sabotage myself and get stuck from receiving abundance of the universe. How do I be in full service of bringing my gifts to the world? I feel like my awareness of myself is from such a limited perspective, and I want to step into more flow. Can you help me? I'll definitely share what I can here. I probably could do more work with you if we did a hypnosis session or we worked one-on-one. I can tell you that. I will give you a discount if you write me and let me know. We could plan it out for the future if you need, or even next week. But what I will say to you is that there's a lot of levels of fear going on. I feel that there's also an ancestral level of something, whether it's like, you know, something like watch out, after the good comes the bad, or the other shoe's going to drop, or what am I going to have to pay for this? What am I have to give up for this? Like, these are the energies that are coming up when I think of you and when I'm like connecting to your energy. So these ancestral things that may not have been spoken, maybe they have been spoken, but they literally just have been incarnated into you. Yes, you don't see yourself clearly. You don't see yourself as all that you are. You're humble, which is a lovely character trait of yours. At the same time, your soul, your guides are asking you to step into your light more. It's really important. You need to kind of revel in all of your beautiful qualities. And you also need to love the ones that are not so beautiful that you like to hide from, or the ones that you feel guilty or ashamed of. There's nothing to be ashamed of. There's really nothing to be ashamed of, Catherine Johnson. Thank you for the hearts. You know, embrace yourself, the journey that you've gone through, the pain that you've suffered. I feel at some point you felt rejected. And so there's something about like the other shoe dropping, and it's reverberating. And so allowing yourself to breathe in and remember that, you know, like I shared earlier, this image of you wanting to come to Earth, this image of you saying, yeah, I'm going to go down there. It's a crazy place and it's super slow like molasses, and I fly around here and I'm cool. And now I've got to go down there. And when I go down there, shit's going to be hard. I'm going to have to learn to eat again. I'm going to shit myself in a diaper. And I'm going to learn to have teeth again. They're going to fall out and all those things that we have to go through. But then I'm going to get old enough to learn my shit and go share it with the world. So I'm making fun of it, but at the same time, it's that energy of lightness, of an adventure. So I would invite you into this new moon to set intentions for yourself, to connect to the energy of adventure, to the energy of anything is possible, especially the good stuff, that the universe wants your light, that the universe wants you to shine, that the universe wants you to step up in your fire. And that's what I'm getting for you clearly. Again, I would be happy to support you privately if you want. Just PM me. We'll arrange something. And sending you so much love. Thank you for the hearts. Yay. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Kelly Bradley, all of you beautiful people. Zora, Vanessa on spot like always. Kelly Brandel, hi. Gina Marie. Gina Marie, missed the question window. I'd love to get a reading with you today. Okay, let's see what we can do, love. Well, Joseph, thank you. She does have dark hair. She's very busy in her career right now, which is part of the question. Right. And the thing is, there's a wall. There's something between you, but there's also a pain and a sadness about that. Some people believe that they have to get all their things together or their ducks in a row before they can have the love. And the thing is, she can have the love even if the ducks are not in a row, meaning que todo no está organizado, right? She could still have the love, but that's going to come from her. Okay, so it is possible. The thing is, you know, about the waiting. So I would say, if you feel this strongly, is to say to this person what you feel in a very calm way, and then allow yourself to just be at peace with that and give her space and time. Because sometimes when we're after something or when we want it, what happens is that they're stressed, so they push away. But if we don't do this, then they'll come toward us like, hey, where are you? I have a break from work. I want to spend time. I hope that helps. Oh, Viti, yay. I lack structure, lots of content. I feel that my gifts or talents are flooding me. Absolutely, absolutely. That's some of the work that I do. I add structure to the invisible. I'm a Taurus, Jupiter and Virgo. That's what I do. I'm out there, right? North Node in Pisces, but down here I'm South Node in Virgo. Get it? Organized. All right, sending you so much love. Kellyanne, I appreciate the email notifying me about today. You're right on, FB is not the end all be all. Totally. I know, and I'm not great at newsletters. I'll tell you the truth. I'm really not great at that. And so, yeah, thank you. Love you so much, Vanessa. Thank you, Kristen. I love you so much. Catherine Justin, wow. Thank you, Vanessa. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, everyone. And again, if you're not on my list, go to vanessacodorniu.com. I'll put it into the body of this. Let me see if I could do it. I can't do it now, but I want to do it now. Let me see if they'll let me. And just keep an eye out, because I would love, Kristen, I would love to play with you in Bacalar, Mexico Nikki, I would love to play with you. And Bacalaria, I'd love to play with you. Catherine Johnson, Serena, let's also allow ourselves to think of, you know, I've always been the stubborn fool in a way. I always think, and I think it's true too, I'm very like, we can grow anywhere, you know. I'm an earth sign. I'm like, we can do this. We don't have to go away. We don't have to travel the world to grow. But I can tell you, after doing a couple of retreats myself, attending them, and after holding a retreat, thank you, you're so awesome. After doing that, thank you, Kristen, because mine's not going through for some reason. After holding them, it was incredible. Waking up every morning to hear laughter of women, people talking about their deepest fears, and then suddenly they're not so deep or scary anymore. Getting solutions, getting support, getting answers that we couldn't get on our own. Feeling that we came here for a reason. Knowing that our intuition will guide us, but not the way that our mind thinks. Right? You know, not the way that our mind thinks. And so sometimes we look at our intuition through a lens of mind. Well, my guide said this, so this is what's supposed to happen. And meanwhile, your soul has another idea. And so, yeah, this retreat's called Rise Retreat, and it's intuition and flow and how to use that in our business and in our work. And so I would love to be able to share that with you. So if you're not on my list, get on the list. Trust me, I don't send it out every day or every week, but I will share with you. Kellyanne, when I travel, I expand and I make money. Absolutely, absolutely, and you know that. But there was the stubborn energy with me. It's like, we don't need to do that, and we don't. And it also helps us. It takes us out of the everyday. It invites us into what is possible. When I saw Bacalar, I saw how beautiful it was. Kellyanne, I'd love you to come. I saw how beautiful it was, and I was just so moved. I was like, oh my God, I want to teach class right there on the water, floating on that little house with a little thatch roof. It's not going to be too hot at all. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. I will pop up again next month, and I will send an email out to let everybody know. So if you're interested, get on vanessacodorniu.com. You'll receive an MP3 and a little ebook. Oh, so Kenya, I talked about the new moon for 20 minutes, and then I did an open reading. And so people posted questions. So that's what happened. So I talked about it. And what it has to do with the new moon is I talked about the new moon and what it's asking of us and what's inviting us. It's in the first 20 minutes of the video. And then I invited people to ask questions, and I answered from their Akashic records, right? Because it's a time of initiation, right? It's a time of fire. It's a time of change. It's a time of movement. So I wanted to make an offer to my community of how can I help you move forward by giving you this free question. So sending you all so much love. I will be back next month. And Kenya, please sign up on my mailing list so I can let you know. I'm going to email people now when I'm going to be doing this, okay? Thank you all so much. Sending you so much love. Yay! Good. Great. Just dance it out. Connect with that anger. Connect with that in a positive way that fills you. And thank you for being here. And I'm sending each and every one of you such tremendous love. My friends are coming to visit from New York. I'm excited. And, you know, there's a lot of challenges in my life too, honestly. There are, you know. It's been the worst of times and it's been the best of times. And I can't talk about the worst of times right now. I will another time. But it's been hard. And yet at the same time, there's been flow. And yet at the same time, there's been love. And yet at the same time, there's the knowing that I'm here doing the work I'm supposed to do. And if I can hold space for you to really know that and to grow, that's what makes me shine and light up. Thank you. Moon blessings. New moon blessings.